2:17 a.m., September 17th, 1944, Hürtgen Forest, Germany. The air hangs thick with rain and mud. Private First Class Ellis Thompson crouches in a shallow foxhole, his M1 Garand slick with dew. He's alone, cut off from his platoon, and staring down 15 SS soldiers closing in from the trees. They're just 20 yards out, shadows moving like wolves. Thompson's heart pounds steady. He knows the odds. 1 man against 15. In 12 seconds he'll make his move, and the forest will echo with the cost. 12 hours earlier, the world was different for Eli Thompson, a kid from Toledo, Ohio, 22 years old, factory worker before the war, built engines for Ford until the draft pulled him in. June 1943, basic training at Camp Wheeler, Georgia. Hot as hell. Eli wasn't the loud type, quiet, steady hands, the kind of guy who fixed things without complaining. His sergeant saw it quick. "Thompson, you got ice in your veins," he'd say. Eli just nodded, didn't argue. By the time he shipped to England, Eli had changed. The boat ride across the Atlantic hardened him. Storms tossed the troop ship like a toy. Men puked over the rails. Eli stared at the waves. Thought of his sister back home, writing letters he never sent. When they hit Omaha Beach on D-Day, June 6, 1944, Eli was in the second wave. Water up to his neck. Bullets whipping the surf. He dragged a buddy with a gut wound to the seawall. Held him until the medics came. That was Eli. Did what needed doing. No hero talk. Omaha was chaos. Bodies floating. Sand turning red. Eli's squad pushed inland by noon. Hedgerows everywhere. Germans dug in like ticks. Eli's first kill came that afternoon. A sniper in a barn loft. Eli spotted the glint. Flanked the building alone. Climbed the ladder. Bayonet ready. The German turned too late. Eli drove it home, clean. No words, just the job. He didn't sleep that night. But by morning he was back on point. The push through Normandy tested him more. July turned to August. Bocage country, thick bushes hid the enemy. Eli's platoon got pinned at St. Lo. Mortars raining down. Shrapnel tore through a tree line. 2 men gone in seconds. Eli grabbed the radio, called in artillery while under fire. His voice didn't shake. Shells hit true, pulled the platoon out. Sergeant promoted him to corporal on the spot. "You're built for this, Thompson," he said. Eli shrugged, pinned the stripe, kept moving, but it wasn't just the fights. The decisions wore on him. Near Carrington, a farmhouse ambush. Eli's squad cornered. Lieutenant hit in the leg, screaming orders anyway, Germans closing from 3 sides. Eli spotted a gap in the fence, 50 yards of open field. "We stay, we die," he told the men. They followed, Eli first. Machine gun fire chewed the dirt behind them. 1 guy clipped in the shoulder. Eli hoisted him up, ran the last 20 yards, made it to cover. That night, around the foxhole, the squad looked at him different. Eli just cleaned his rifle, said nothing. By September, they were deep in the Hürtgen. The forest swallowed everything. Trees like walls, mud sucked at boots, rain never stopped. Eli's platoon, 3rd Infantry Division, 15th Regiment, tasked with punching through to the Siegfried Line. Germans fought dirty here, SS units, fanatics, booby traps everywhere. Eli had seen 3 men lose legs to mines already. 1 was his best friend from basic, blown apart on patrol. Eli buried what was left, kept his face blank. The day before, September 16th, things went south fast. Dawn patrol, Eli on point, fog thick as smoke. They hit a German outpost. Ambush, bursts of MP-40 fire, platoon scattered. Eli dove into a ditch, fired back, took down 2 before his clip ran dry. Radio crackled. Lieutenant's voice, "Regroup at the crossroads, fall back." But the fog hid the paths. Eli waited, heard boots crunching. Not American. He slipped away, deeper into the trees. Hours passed. Eli moved careful, rationed his ammo. 5 rounds left in the Garand, grenade in his pack, knife on his belt. Hunger gnawed, but he pushed it down. By dusk, he linked with a straggler. Private Ruiz from Texas. Kid was 18, shaking. "They're everywhere, Corp," he whispered. "They holed up in a ravine, shared a D-bar, slept in shifts. Midnight came. Shells whistled overhead. American barrage miles off. Eli woke Ruiz. "We gotta move." They crept north, toward the platoon rally point. Moonlight filtered through the pines. Every snap of a twig set nerves on edge. Then voices. German, close. Ruiz froze. Eli pulled him down, signaled quiet. The patrol passed. 5 men, laughing low. Eli exhaled. "Stay low." But luck ran out at 1:45 a.m. They crested a rise. Open ground ahead. Eli spotted movement. Too late. Flare popped. White light flooded the clearing. Germans shouted. Ruiz bolted. Machine gun chattered. He dropped. Eli fired blind. Hit one. Dove into the foxhole. Bullets pinged off rocks. He was cut off. Alone again. The SS circled. 15 of them. Voices barking orders. Flashlights sweeping. Now 2:17 a.m. Eli grips his rifle, counts them in the dark. 15 shadows, closing tight, 20 yards. His mind races calm, no panic. He's faced worse odds in training drills, but this is real. The nearest one raises his weapon. Eli's finger tightens on the trigger. 12 seconds. The forest holds its breath. Eli's breath stays even. The SS man in front, tallest of the bunch, steps closer. 15 yards now. His boots squelch in the mud. The others fan out, rifles up. Low German mutters cut the night. Eli shifts his weight. Foxhole's shallow, 6 inches of dirt and roots, enough to hide his outline, barely. He eyes the grenade in his pack. 1 throw, maybe take 3. Then what? The rest swarm. But Eli doesn't throw. Not yet. He waits. Counts heartbeats. 1, 2. The leader halts. Scans the dark. His flashlight beam dances over Eli's position, misses by inches. Eli's thumb flicks the safety off. Garan's bolt clicks soft. The leader barks an order. The circle tightens. 10 yards. Eli sees faces now, hard, young, some scarred. SS pins glint on collars. Fanatics, no surrender in them. 3 seconds gone. Eli's mind flashes back, quick, not panic, just recall. Like loading a clip, he remembers the sergeant in Normandy. "Hesitate, you're dead. Act first." Eli acts. He rises slow, deliberate. No shout. Just the rifle butt to his shoulder. Sights on the leader's chest. Squeeze. The Garand cracks, sharp like thunder in the trees. The leader jerks back, folds at the waist, down 1. The others freeze a beat. Then chaos. Shouts erupt. Bursts of fire light the woods. Bullets whip past Eli's head, splinter bark. He drops low, rolls left in the hole. Mud cakes his face. Second shot. Another SS drops, clutching his throat. 2. They charge now. No caution. Rage. Eli grabs the grenade, pulls the pin with his teeth, counts 1 Mississippi, lobs it arc-like into the pack. It bounces once, explodes, flash and boom. 3 bodies twist in the air, screams mix with the roar, limbs scatter, 5 down. Eli's ears ring, smoke stings his eyes. He pops up, fires twice more, hits one in the leg. He crawls, yelling, another in the shoulder, 7. The rest scatter, then regroup. Machine pistol chatters from the right. Eli ducks, feels the heat of rounds overhead. His foxhole crumbles at the edge. He slings the rifle. Knife out, no time for reload. The nearest, 8 yards, lunges over the lip. Eli meets him low, drives the blade up under the ribs, twists. The man gasps, eyes wide, falls heavy across Eli's legs. Eli shoves him off. Blood soaks his trousers, warm, sticky. More come, 2 at once. Eli grabs the dead man's MP40, sprays short bursts. 1 drops face first, the other dives behind a stump. 9. Eli's hands shake, not fear, adrenaline. He wipes sweat, listens. Voices circle wider now. They're calling for backup. Radios crackle faint. Eli slips out the back of the hole, crawls through ferns. Mud swallows his knees. Heart slams, but steady. He circles left, uses the trees, shadows his own weapon, spots a pair flanking wide. He creeps up, silent. Bayonet work again. First, one never hears. Throat cut clean. 10th. The second turns. Eli's fist cracks his jaw first, then the knife. 11. A flare pops behind him. Light floods. "Americana!" They yell. Eli runs, zigzags through pines, branches whip his face, bullets chase, low and high. One grazes his sleeve, tears cloth, no blood. He dives into a gully, slides down, rocks bruise his side. Breathing hard now. He checks the MP40, half a mag left, counts the shadows, 4 still hunting. Wounded ones moan in the distance. The forest smells of cordite and pine sap. Rain picks up, patters on leaves. Eli presses against wet earth. Thinks of Ruiz. Kid's body back there, cooling. No time to mourn. One of the 4 gets close, too close. Eli waits till he's overhead. Bursts up, tackles him into the mud. They roll, fists and grunts. The SS man's helmet flies. Eli pins him, knife to the neck. "Where's your lieutenant?" Eli growls. First word spoken. The man spits German. Eli presses harder. Blood wells. Rally point. North Ridge. Eli finishes it. 12. The last 3 converge. Voices coordinate. Eli moves again. Uphill now. Slips on roots. A shot pings off a trunk beside his ear. He returns fire blind. Hears a yelp. 1 hit maybe. 13. He can't tell in the dark. Dawn's edge creeps in. Grey light through the canopy. Eli's legs burn. Thirst claws his throat. He finds a log, hunkers, listens. Footsteps, slow, cautious. The survivors are wary now. No more charges. They probe. Eli spots the first, silhouetted against the light. He aims, waits. The man calls out, testing. Eli fires, misses. The man drops prone, returns fire. Dirt kicks up around Eli. He rolls, feels a sting in his calf. Bullet, shrapnel, doesn't matter. He pushes on. Second one flanks. Eli hears the rustle, swings the MP40, empties the clip. The burst cuts him down. 14 clicks empty. Eli tosses it. Back to the Garand, 2 rounds left. He chambered 1 earlier, forgot in the rush. 1 now. The final one, closest yet. Eli sees him through the brush. Young face, eyes wild, rifle trained. They lock 10 feet apart. Time slows. Eli raises his Garand. The SS man hesitates. Just a second. Eli doesn't. Pulls the trigger. Click. Empty. The German grins, steps forward, bayonet gleaming. Eli lunges, no weapon, just hands. Grabs the barrel, hot, burning his palms. Shoves it aside as the thrust comes. They grapple. Close, sweaty. Grunts echo. Eli knees him in the gut. Headbutts, nose crunches, blood sprays. The man staggers. Eli trips him, pins, fists rain down. Once, twice. The German's eyes glaze. Eli stops, breathing ragged. Checks pulse. Gone. 15. Silence falls, just rain and wind. Eli sits back. Mud everywhere. Blood, his, theirs, mixed. Calf throbs. He binds it with a strip from his shirt. Stands, limps toward the North Ridge. Backup's out there, platoon maybe. Or more SS. He doesn't know, but he moves. 1 foot, then the other. The forest watches. Dawn breaks full now. Light cuts the gloom. Eli's alone still, but alive. The cost tallied in bodies behind him. 15 down, 1 standing. Hours later, he stumbles into American lines. Medics swarm. Questions fly. Eli hands over the knife, caked in evidence. Colonel pins a stripe on the spot. Sergeant now. "You took a company," he says. Eli nods. No smile, just fact. Word spreads fast. Brass calls it a miracle. Scouts confirm 15 SS wiped out. Eli gets a silver star, quiet ceremony. He writes home that night. Doing my part. Doesn't mention the faces, the mud, the 12 seconds that changed everything. But in the quiet, Eli knows. War doesn't end with 1 fight. It builds, layer by layer, and the next one's always closer. Eli limps into the aid station at 7:45 a.m., mud caked to his knees. Blood seeps through the makeshift bandage on his calf. Medics cut away his pants, clean the wound. Bullet graze, they say, no bone hit. Lucky. Eli sits still. Doesn't flinch. The doctor stitches him up, 14 tight pulls. Eli watches the needle, thinks of the SS man's eyes. The last one. Gone blank. Word of the foxhole fight hits the battalion by noon. Officers crowd the tent. Maps unroll. Scouts report back. 15 bodies scattered over 200 yards, weapons stripped, papers checked, SS Panzer Grenadiers, elite, armed to the teeth. Eli's doing. Colonel Harlan, grizzled from North Africa, claps his shoulder. Son, you just bought us a day, maybe 2. Eli nods, takes the coffee they offer. Black, bitter. They debrief him slow. Eli recounts it flat. Positions. Shots fired, the grenade blast, knife work, no brag, just facts. The colonel jots notes. 12 seconds to first shot. Then what? Eli pauses. Kept going. They pinned the sergeant's stripes right there, brass on his sleeve, fresh. Eli flexes his arm, feels the weight. Rest comes next, 24 hours. Orders from division. Eli uses it. Cleans gear. Sharpens the bayonet. Writes that letter home. Short. All good here. Weather's wet. Doesn't say the forest reeks of death, or how sleep brings flashes, the MP40 recoil in his hands. He wakes once, sweats cold, sits up, listens to the rain on the tent, goes back to staring at the canvas. By September 18th, he's back with the platoon. What's left of it? 8 men now. Replacements fill the gaps. Fresh faces from the States. Nervous eyes. Eli takes point again, knows the Hürtgen like his own scars. The push resumes. Siegfried lines 5 miles east. Germans dig deeper every day. SS reinforcements pour in. American artillery pounds the ridges. But the trees eat the shells. Shrapnel rains harmless. First patrol after the fight. Dusk, September 19th. Eli leads 4 men. Ravine trail. Mud slides underfoot. He signals halt at a bend. Hears it first. Low rumble. Tanks? No. Tracks. Half tracks. German. 2, maybe 3. Voices carry. Eli drops prone. Men follow. They watch from cover. SS convoy. Supply run. Crates stacked high. Guards on foot. Eli weighs it. Ambush here? Odds even. But the trail's narrow. One burst could block it. He whispers to Private Kowalski. Flank left. Grenades ready. Kowalski nods. Kid from Chicago. Saw Eli's stripes. Trusts him blind. They creep 50 yards. Eli's calf pulls. Ignores it. Positions behind a fallen log. Pines block the wind. Good. The lead half-track rolls into view. Engine growls low. Headlights cut the fog. Guards smoke. Laugh. Eli waits. Counts trucks. 3. Last one passes. He rises. Fires the Garand. Cracks twice. Driver slumps. Vehicle veers. Crashes into a tree. Guards spin. MP40's up. Eli's men open up. Grenades arc. First one hits the second truck. Boom. Fuel ignites. Flames lick the chassis. Men scream, jump clear. Chaos spreads. Guards dive for ditches. Eli advances. Steady. Covers Kowalski's push. Takes 1 down. Chest shot. Clean. The third truck guns it. Tries to flee. Eli grabs a discarded Panzerfaust from the wreck. Heavy tube. He shoulders it. Aims. Fires. Whoosh. Rocket streaks. Hits the rear. Explosion rocks the trail. Black smoke billows. Goes scatter into the woods. 2 bolt past Eli. He drops them with the Garand. 4 more from his men. They mop up. 12 dead. Supplies burn. Ammo, rations. Eli signals withdraw. Hauls a crate of canned meat. Platoon eats better that night. Around the fire, careful, low flames, Kowalski asks. How'd you know, Sarge? Eli chews slow. Listen first. Always. No more questions. They bed down. Eli takes first watch. Stars peek through clouds. Rare clear sky. But the forest bites back. September 20th, dawn assault on Hill 400. Key position, overlooks the Call River. Germans hold it tight. Bunkers, machine guns. Eli's platoon plus 2 more. 30 men total. Climb starts at 5 a.m. Fog clings, slips and curses. Halfway up it hits. Mortars, whoomp whoomp. Shells crater the slope. Dirt flies. One man shreds, legs gone. Screams cut short. Eli yells, "Down, flatten!" They hug the earth. He spots the nest. 80 yards upslope. MG-42 chattering. Tracer's whip pins them. 2 hit. Bleeding out. Eli crawls forward. Low. Pulls a Bangalore torpedo from the pack. Tube of explosive. Signals 2 men. "Cover me!" They lay fire. Bullets ping rocks. He dashes. 30 yards. Slides into a shell hole. Germans shift aim. Eli jams the torpedo under the wire, lights the fuse, hiss, runs back, boom, wire parts, gap opens. Go! Eli charges first, grenade in hand, lob it into the bunker slit, muffled blast, gun quiets. He flanks, peers in, smoke, bodies twisted, 5 down. Platoon pours through, clears the hill, house to house. Close fights. Eli's knife sees work again, German in a cellar. Lunges wild, Eli sidesteps, twists his arm, snaps it, finishes quiet. Hill secured by 8 a.m. 20 American casualties, 40 German. Eli bandages a wound on his arm, shrapnel nick, keeps count, losses mount. Word from command, push on, no pause. Eli's name circulates higher. Division brass wants him for recon. Risky, deep strikes, but he goes. September 22nd. Night drop into enemy lines. 3 men, parachutes silent, land in a clearing, 2 miles behind German front, SS camp nearby, tents, trucks. Eli marks it on the map, listens to orders barked, counts guards, 30, armed patrols. They ghost closer. Eli spots the radio tent, heart of it, cut the lines, chaos follows. He signals, creep in. Fog helps. 1 guard pisses against a tree. Eli takes him, hand over mouth, knife quick, drags body to brush. They slip inside. Wires everywhere. Eli cuts 3. Sparks fly. Alarms don't sound. Clean, but exits hot. Patrol rounds the corner. Flashlights sweep. Halt! Shots crack. Eli fires back, hits one, runs, men follow. Bullets chase through tents. They hit the woods, double back, lose the pursuit. Link with lines at dawn. Maps delivered. Artillery strikes that night. Camp erased. 50 SS gone. Eli's team intact, bruised, alive. Back at base, exhaustion hits. Eli collapses in his bunk, sleeps 12 hours. Dreams fragment, flames, mud, faces, wakes to rain again. Platoons down to 6, replacements come. Eli trains them hard. Eyes open, move quiet. They nod, see the scars, the stripes, trust builds. October edges in, cold snaps, frost on leaves. Hürtgen grinds on. Eli's seen enough. Chaos daily, decisions stack, 1 wrong, all gone. But he holds steady. The forest tests, always tests. Losses tally higher. Friends fade. Eli pushes, knows the end's not near. Just the next fight. Closer every day. October 5th, 1944. The Hürtgen Forest turns colder. Leaves crunch under boots like breaking bones. Ellis Thompson leads his platoon, now down to 5 originals, along a narrow trail toward Schmidt. Keytown controls the road to the Rhine. Germans know it. They've fortified every ridge. Eli's sergeant stripes feel heavier now. Men look to him. He doesn't talk much, just points, moves. The patrol starts at dawn. Grey light filters through the pines. Fog rolls thick. Eli signals single file. Private Kowalski second. The kid's grown lean, eyes sharper since the supply ambush. They hump gear, extra clips, grenades, a bazooka for the new guy, Harris, fresh from England. Hands steady, but voice cracks when he asks about the SS fight. Eli cuts him off. Save breath, eyes front. Half a mile in, the trap springs. No warning, just the whistle. Mortar round hits 20 yards left. Dirt erupts. Shrapnel peppers the trees. Kowalski dives. Eli yells, "Scatter!" But it's late. Harris catches it in the back. Drops silent. Blood pools under him. No scream. Eli checks pulse. Gone. First loss today. He drags the body off trail. Covers it with branches. No time for more. Move. Double time. They push on. Trail climbs steep. Roots snag ankles. Eli's calf aches from the old graze. Ignores it. Hears the chatter ahead. German close, he drops fist. Men freeze, peers through brush. 2 MG-42 nests, barbed wire between, 6 gunners, ammo belts strung like snakes. Beyond a squad, 10 more digging in. Eli counts fast. Odds 10-5, bad, but the trail funnels them, no way around, he whispers plan. Kowalski, bazooka on the nests, flank right. I'll draw fire. Kowalski nods. No questions. They split. Eli circles left. Low crawl. Mud soaks his jacket. Thorns rip sleeves. He reaches a stump. 50 yards out. Stands slow. Fires the Garand into the air. Burst. The nests swivel. Tracers light the fog. Bullets chew bark around him. He drops, rolls. Feels the whip of rounds. Kowalski fires. Rocket whooshes. Hits the first nest dead. Explosion shreds metal. Gunners fly. 2 down. The second nest chatters wild, pins Kowalski. Eli spots the squad advancing, rifles up. He switches to bursts, drops one at 40 yards, chest hit. The man folds, Eli reloads, fingers slick. 3 rounds left. The squad returns fire. A bullet creases his helmet, dents it, no blood, close. His men move now, grenades lob. One bounces short, rolls back, boom. Takes 2 Americans. Screams rip out. Eli charges the gap, knife ready, reaches the wire, cuts through. The remaining gunners see him. One swings the barrel. Eli dives, fires point blank, hits the loader in the face. Blood sprays. The gunner grabs a pistol. Eli tackles. They wrestle in the dirt, fist to jaw, crack. The man goes limp. Eli takes the MG-42, heavy, feeds a belt. He swings it around, lays cover. Short bursts, mows the advancing squad. Bodies drop, 3, 4, they break, run for cover. Eli's arms burn. The gun jams, hot casing. He drops it, grabs a rifle off a corpse. Kowalski reaches him, bleeding from the arm. Got the second nest. Eli nods, checks the men, 2 left standing, plus them. Losses 3 today, trail secured, but Schmidt's a mile off. Smoke rises from the town. They press. Afternoon now. Sun fights the clouds. Eli leads into the outskirts. Houses gutted. Walls pocked with shells. Street silent. Too silent. He signals halt. Listens. Footsteps in a basement. German voices. Patrol hold up. 8 men. Eli weighs it. Bypass. Risk them flanking later. No. Clear it. He points 2 to cover. Stacks with Kowalski. Stacks the door. Kicks it in. Dark inside. Smells of damp and fear. First German jumps up, pistol drawn. Eli fires. Hits him center mass, falls back. The rest scramble. Shots echo in the tight space. Bullets ricochet off stone. Kowalski takes one in the leg. Drops cursing. Eli advances. Room to room. Hallway narrow. A man bursts from a side door. Bayonet thrust. Eli parries with his rifle. Cracks the stock. Drives. Elbow into throat. Finishes with the butt. Skull cracks. Upstairs. Last 3. Barricaded. They toss a potato masher grenade. Eli kicks it back. Down the stairs. Explosion shakes the house. Dust falls. He storms up. Fires through the door. Hears thuds. Kicks in. Bodies inside. Smoke curls. All down. Kowalski calls from below. Clear? Eli checks. 8 bodies. Weapons taken. He helps Kowalski bind his leg. Splint with a board. Can you walk? Yeah, Sarge. They limp out. Platoon at 2 now. Harris, the 2 from the mortar, gone. Kowalski limps. Eli carries the extra gear. Dusk falls fast. Schmidt's edge. Eli spots the command post. Barn converted. Guards outside. Radio antenna up. Inside. Officers. Maps. Plans. He knows it. Hit here. Disrupt the line. But they're exposed. Open field to cross. 100 yards, no cover. Germans patrol the perimeter. Eli's down to his knife and 1 grenade. Kowalski has his carbine. 1 clip. He decides. We take it. Night's our friend. They wait for full dark. 8:15 p.m. Moon hidden. They creep. Belly down. Grass wet. Heartbeats loud in ears. 50 yards. A guard lights a cigarette. Glows orange. Eli freezes. The man scans. Misses them. They push. 30 yards. Voices from the barn, laughter, confident, 10 yards. Guard turns, coughs, Eli springs, hand over mouth, knife across throat, warm gush. Body slumps, drags him to shadows. Kowalski covers the door. Eli slips in side window. Low. Inside, 4 officers, map spread, 1 talks on radio. Eli waits, counts, pulls grenade, pin out, counts 1,000, lobs it under the table. Feuer, someone yells. Too late, boom. Table flips, shrapnel shreds, officers crumple, radio sparks. Eli vaults in, finishes the moans. 4 down, grabs the maps. Intel gold. Outside alarm, guards converge, shots crack, Kowalski fires, drops 1. Eli bursts out, covers him, they run, bullets chase. 1 clips Kowalski's pack. They hit the tree line, dive in, branches snap, pursuit follows. Flashlights cut the dark, dogs bark distant. Eli leads deeper, circles back, loses them in the ravines. Kowalski slows, leg infection setting, feverish. Eli tears shirt for better bandage. Hold on. They hole up in a cave. Wet, cold, shares the last D-bar. Kowalski talks low. Why us, Sarge? Always the point. Eli stares at the wall. Someone's got her. No more words. Sleep in shifts. Eli first watch. Here's the patrol pass. Close, holds breath. Morning, October 6th, they move at first light. Maps show a shortcut to lines, 2 miles. Eli supports Kowalski. Arm over shoulder, slow going. Rain starts again, soaks through. Halfway, ambush, sniper crack, bullet hits tree beside Eli's head. Splinters fly, he drops Kowalski, returns fire. Blind, the shot came from upslope. 100 feet up, Eli climbs. Alone, leaves Kowalski covered, roots for handholds, mud slides, reaches the ridge, spots the sniper, SS prone, scoped car 98. Eli creeps, wind shifts, leaves rustle. The man turns, sees him, bolt actions. Eli lunges, tackles before the shot. They roll down slope, fists fly, the German strong. Elbow to ribs, Eli gasps, pins him, knife out, drives home, chest, twist. Done. He takes the rifle, scope intact, back to Kowalski. Clear. They push, lines in sight by noon, but shells fall. American barrage, overshoot. 1 lands close, blast throws them. Eli shields Kowalski, shrapnel peppers his back, stings like hornets. Blood trickles, Kowalski hit worse, side torn. Gasps, Eli carries him 100 yards, yells for medics, reaches wire, hands pull them through. Aid station again, doctors swarm Kowalski to surgery. Eli waits, backstitched, 20 cuts, bandaged, colonel visits. Map saved the push, Schmidt falls tomorrow. Eli nods, takes the Silver Star upgrade, oak leaf cluster, no ceremony, just the pin. He asks about Kowalski, 50-50. Eli sits, stares at mud on his boots. Platoon rebuilds, replacements arrive, Eli trains. Harder now. Losses hit home. Harris, the mortar kids. Kowalski hangs, fever breaks, back in a week. Eli writes home. Front holding, men good, lies clean. The forest takes, gives nothing. Eli knows, next fight waits, deeper, bloodier. He sharpens the knife, listens to the rain, prepares. October 15th, 1944. The Hürtgen Forest bites deeper now. Frost rims the leaves. Ellis Thompson's platoon, 7 men. Mix of old hands and green, humps toward the call trail. Vital supply route. Germans choke it with bunkers. Eli's at point. Garand slung easy. Calf scar itches under the wrap. He ignores it. Rain holds off for once. Ground frozen hard. Boots crunch. They start at 4 a.m., black as pitch. Eli leads single file. Kowalski second, legs stiff but solid. The kid's eyes scan constant. Replacements trail, 3 from basic wide-eyed. Harris's spot empty since the mortar. Eli briefed them yesterday. Short. Trail's mind. Eyes down. No chatter. They nod. Follow. Half-mile in. The ridge looms. Steep. Pines thin here. Open sightlines. Eli signals halt. Peers up, spots the wire, barbed, stretched tight. Beyond, concrete dots the slope. Bunkers. 3 visible. MG nests. He counts heads inside, 20 Germans at least. SS markings on helmets, digging in, shovels scrape, voices carry low. Eli weighs it. Bypass left, too exposed. Right's a cliff. Straight on, he whispers back. Flank the nests. Kowalski, grenades on the wire. I'll suppress. Men shift gear. Bazooka passes forward. New guy, Ramirez, shoulders it. Hands shake slight. Eli meets his eye. Breathe. Aim true. Ramirez nods. They creep forward. 50 yards. Eli rises, fires first burst. Garand cracks, hits a spotter in the open. Man spins, drops. Alarm spreads, shouts echo. Nests wake. MG-42 chatters. Traces streak red. Bullets rake the trail. One clips a tree beside Eli. Bark explodes. He dives prone. Rolls right. Dirt kicks up inches from his face. Kowalski lobs grenades. 2 arc high. Hit the wire. Booms chain. Wire shreds. Gap smokes. Go! Eli yells. Platoon charges. Ramirez fires the bazooka. Rocket whistles. Slams the left nest. Concrete cracks. Flames. Spit. Gunners inside scream. 4 down. The center nest pivots. Pins them. Ramirez takes a burst. Chest opens red. Falls forward. Eyes stare blank. Eli grabs the bazooka tube. Empty. Drops it. Switches to rifle. Covers the push. Fires steady. Drops 2 at the bunker mouth. They crumple. Blood dark on snow patches. His men pour through the gap. Grenades fly. One bunker shakes. Muffled blasts. Smoke pours. Germans counter. Half-track revs from behind the ridge. Engine growls. Mounts a cannon. Shells the trail. Blast hits close. Shrapnel whines. Takes a replacement in the neck. Arterial spray. Man gurgles. Clutches. Eli drags him aside. Pressure on the wound. Useless. Pulse fades. Keep moving! He leaves him, runs up, reaches the slope, slips on ice, knee bangs rock, pushes on. Kowalski flanks right, throws his last grenade, into the half-track treads. Explosion buckles metal, vehicle slews, cannon swings wild. Eli spots the commander, standing tall in the turret. Orders barked. Eli aims. Wind gusts, squeezes hit, man topples, half-track stalls, crew bails. Eli's men cut them down, burst from carbines, bodies pile, but the third bunker holds. Door slits spit fire, pins the platoon, 2 more hit, one leg shredded, screams mix with the MG roar. Eli circles wide, low crawl over frozen ground, fingers numb, reaches a ditch, 20 yards out, peers up, sees the gunner, sweating. Feeding belt. Eli pulls his knife. No shot, too risky. He waits, counts bursts, climbs out, stalks left, uses boulders, 10 yards. The door guard turns, spots him, yells. Eli lunges, tackles low. They hit mud, roll. German stronger, arm bars Eli's neck, chokes. Eli knees ribs, crack, gasps air, twists free, knife flashes into the side. Man arches, Eli finishes, pulls the body close. Uses helmet for cover. Inside now, dark, smoke thick. He moves quiet. Hears the gunner curse. Eli edges forward. Shadows help. Strikes fast. Blade across hamstrings first. Man howls, falls. Eli pins. How many inside? German spits blood, laughs. Eli presses harder. Squad, reinforcements coming. Eli ends it, takes the MG-42. Heavy belt, drags it back. Outside, chaos peaks. Half-track burns. Platoon holds the slope, but losses mount. 4 down, 3 wounded. Kowalski bleeds from shoulder. Eli mans the nest, swings the barrel, lays fire down the trail, covers the wounded pullback. Bursts cut Germans fleeing up the ridge. 5 more drop, they break, run into trees. Silence drops heavy, just moans and fire crackle. Eli checks men. Kowalski sits, presses cloth to wound. Got him running, Sarge. Eli nods, helps him up. Counts bodies, 16 German, platoon at 3 fit, trail open, but the cost sticks. Ramirez's eyes still open. Eli closes them, covers with jacket. They radio it in. Position held, command responds quick. Hold till relief, good work. Eli sets perimeter, watches the ridge. Dawn breaks cold, sun weak. Frost glints on brass casings. Reinforcements arrive by 7 a.m. Jeeps rumble up. Medics first, evac the wounded. Kowalski waves as they load him. See you, Sarge. Eli salutes. Quiet. Colonel Harlan rolls in next. Maps out. Debrief on the hood. Eli recounts flat, positions, shots, the knife in the bunker. Harlan listens, nods slow. Carl's ours now. Rhine push gains a week. He pulls a box from the jeep, medal inside. Distinguished Service Cross. For Hürtgen. All of it. Pins it on Eli's chest, heavy, cold metal. Eli stands straight, no words, just the weight. Word hits division wires by noon. Sergeant Thompson secures call. 16 enemy, minimal support. Brass calls him legend. Scouts confirm the bunkers cleared. Supplies flow free. Schmidt falls 2 days later. Push rolls east. Eli's platoon rebuilds. Fresh faces. He trains them same, steady, no rush, but nights bring it back. Eli lies in the tent. Rain drums again. Flashes hit. The MG chatter. Ramirez's fall. The knife twist. He sits up. Cleans the Garand. Bolt smooth. Thinks of Toledo. Factory hum. Sisters' letters. War's end feels far. Losses stack like cordwood. Friends gone. Faces blur. By November the forest spits them out. Siegfried line cracked. Rhine crossed. Eli ship's rear. Stateside bound. Purple Heart cluster. Cross shines. Reporters wait at the dock. Questions fly. How'd you do it? Eli shrugs. Did what needed doing. No details, just fact. Home hits quiet, Toledo streets clean, no mud, sister hugs tight. Hero. Eli smiles thin. Works the factory again. Engines turn smooth, but the scars pull. Calf aches in cold. Nightmares wake him. The forest echoes. Eli knows now. War's not one fight, it's the chain. Decisions link. One hesitation. All breaks. He didn't. Losses came anyway, but the line held. Men lived because of it. Courage, just choice. In the dark, you choose. Forest or not, the cost follows, always.